given how much additional turns, how many crits he's going to take. Raigeki's going to take out that Ragdoll, and we might see True Will take out that Nana to make things awkward, or the Abuelio. Decides to take out that Masha, and we see that Molly leading the field.
Yeah, Molly's going to get banned out here for True Will. Masha's going to get banned out as well. HP lead for True Will. Crit rate lead for Raigeki. We're kicking it off, guys, with our very first match in a best of 5. True Will, Raigeki.
And so this is going to be a long match here. We're going to see a lot of back and forth here. It's going to be tough for True Will to find an opening because there is a very good Abuelio from Raigeki's side of the field. So True Will's going to need to string together a couple of procs to get that burst and get a kill in.
Yeah, full value right there out of that Volantis. A lot of damage coming from Dominic, which we've stated before. It's going to be pummeling a lot of damage in here. We do have some things available to a third skill of the Shizuka. Let's see what he goes for. He goes for the skill 2 on his Shizuka instead.
Yeah, and True Will here, his Ragdoll is going to get a lot of value. There's so many crits coming out from Raigeki's side, so True Will's going to take so many turns over and over and over again. And that's a massive Despair Stun onto that Dominic from Raigeki.
Yeah, big Despair Stun, and also great damage coming out of that Juno as well, which we've also stated this Juno's going to be slamming the damage in.
Yeah, so much damage to that Abuelio, also critting that Dominic, so that Dominic just taking so much pressure here. I'm not sure if True Will is going to be able to keep it alive. He doesn't have a healer, so if he loses that Dominic, he's going to lose the ability to do a lot of pressure, to apply a lot of pressure and burst down a unit.
Yeah, most definitely. We're going to see Ragdoll looking to do some damage to this Nana. Nana still has that one stack. No units have been taken away from this field yet. Looks like True Will's going to put his focus into that Nana with the Miles as well. We do have a heal that is going to be blocked on the other units, so Raigeki keeping that in mind here.
Raigeki holding off on using skill 3 from the Abuelio. One of the best Abuelio users I've seen. Knows when to hold off on using skill 3 and hold off on using his skills. That's a lot of damage coming out from that Dominic.
That's a lot of damage coming out from Dominic. Indeed, he has that skill 2 still available. He can use it to take away pretty much any unit from Raigeki's team. We know what kind of damage can come out here, but we've got a big strip. No strip coming up from the Juno here.
No strip coming out from Juno. Really interesting choice here. We're probably looking at not wanting to give Ragdoll all that attack bar here, but I don't know if that's going to be a mistake. If this Dominic gets another turn, if it somehow resists another strip down the line here, True Will could find a way to down something of Raigeki's.
Ooh, Despair Stun going out onto the Dominic here, and now we've got another first skill going into the Ragdoll.
Wow, and that's a stunned up Dominic. My head is spinning here, seeing that Dominic just stunned there, not able to move.
Ooh, no Despair Stuns going out, but the Dominic is going to be revived with that Soul Protection. No skills up for the Shizuka. Everybody is Despair Stunned. We've got Miles looking to try and pummel the damage still on top of that Nana.
Yeah, Raigeki looking so good here. There's an orb on that Nana. There's defense breaks across True Will's units here, so I think Raigeki's in a good spot. That Abuelio's going to do a lot of damage, and so is that Juno coming up here.
Yeah, most definitely. We can see a first skill going into the Dominic. Juno is going to remove that Dominic from the field. That's another orb going up on top of the Nana here. No additional turns coming out from the Shizuka. Big wild blow going out onto the Ragdoll. True Will at a 2-unit deficit right now.
Yeah, True Will at a 2-unit deficit. Definitely lost game 1 there. Goes to Raigeki with a powerful performance with that Juno, with that Nana. Super awkward. If that Oberon is not removed from Raigeki's side, Raigeki might not have the burst to get through an Abuelio.
Ooh, Shizuka is going to get the ban, and Nasha is going to get the ban as well. A very interesting draft for this round 2.
Yeah, we're going to see that Oberon die at some point in this game here, giving True Will a stack here. So Raigeki's going to need to have enough damage over time from these 3 units to be able to take on 5 lives on True Will's side.
Most definitely. Let's get into it, guys. True Will, Raigeki, round 2. Big damage coming out from this Dominic with an additional turn as well.
Wow, that is a massive additional turn. Downs the Volantis off the bat with additional turn here.
That is massive aggression coming out of True Will. The proc on that Dominic was huge. Juno looking to get any grasp of hope to keep Raigeki into this match here.
And this is so difficult. Raigeki does not have any burst here. He's got a lot of additional damage from the Praha and the Juno, but does not have burst. I mean, there is that Oberon, but that Oberon's not going to be able to take anything out because there's 2 stacks on the Nana, so lots of protection coming out from True Will's side. I'm not really sure what Raigeki's win condition is right now.
Definitely a lot of damage there going out on the Abuelio, but oh, additional turn coming out of this Dominic, looking to pummel in more damage on top of the Praha. He does have that sustain to get his team back up here. He's trying to get rid of that Abuelio as soon as possible. There is 1 more orb left in the tank.
Yeah, got to get rid of that Abuelio. That is a big proc coming out from that Juno because every bit of damage is massive here, but Raigeki's staring down a lot of damage coming from this Dominic and Ragdoll. True Will really needs an orb on this Nana.
Oh, a beautifully timed heal coming out of the Abuelio while he was really, really low. A lot of damage going out onto this Praha, and I'm assuming True Will is going to be pummeling that damage to get another orb as soon as possible.
Yeah, True Will's going to be pummeling damage in here, but again, Raigeki's about to lose his Praha here, and that Oberon's out of steam, and True Will evens it 1-1.
1-1, there's the concede.
So, you know, between these 2 players and how they've ruined their units, I think Raigeki has a bit of an edge in this draft here. And that's a lot of damage that's going to be presented and threat coming out from this Oberon. So I think that's something True Will needs to be aware of. True Will is aware of that and takes out the Nana instead and prefers to be okay losing a unit and dealing with the Oberon later.
Let's see if that's what's going to be happening here. He does ban out that Nana as we get into a round 3 between True Whale and Raigeki. Dominic, a very fast Dominic, kicking things off for us here.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see which unit he goes after. True Whale might have to hope for a proc and go on that Oberon. That's exactly what he does, and gets that proc!
God! Gets the Violet proc, drops the Oberon almost immediately.
Wow, True Whale taking the previous match with a proc from that Dominic earlier and getting another proc from that Dominic. This match truly the best Dominic in the world, procking on command like that.
Really is. It was such an impressive moment there for True Whale. True Whale probably going to be using that, or uses the skill too, onto the Dominic. He wants to get that second skill up there, and we're again going to see some big numbers coming out of that Dominic, unless Raigeki can remove this unit from the field.
Yeah, True Whale's gonna need to dismount this Masha. This Masha does bring a lot of defense breaks, and so brings a lot of bursts and makes things awkward. I'm not sure why he's pummeling damage into that Abuelio. Does not want to trip out the passive, but I really think his first focus should be dismounting that Masha. That Masha is gonna allow Raigeki to climb back into the game if he's able to get it to proc a couple of times.
Let's see if he goes with that skill too. That additional turret does pop up, does not bode well for Raigeki here.
Yeah, neither event here. This Abuelio will eventually get the skills off. That's so much damage coming out from that Dominic.
It really is. Nice little provoke there to help keep those units back. Provoke landing on top of that Dominic. We're going to see a third skill. He's able to stun and keep back this Abuelio if he chooses to go for that.
And I don't think True Whale should be using third skill there. Wisely holds off on using that skill because Juno does have strip available. So good show of restraint from True Whale there. As expected from the former legend, Raigeki's just going to pummel damage into that Dominic with the Juno and look to take it out.
That's exactly what's happening here. He is pummeling that damage into that Dominic. Dominic is provoked right now, but he will be going after the not so healthy Abuelio.
Yeah, this is True Whale's window of opportunity here. This Abuelio does proc, which is a massive proc, but it's still going to take a lot of damage on this next set of turns.
It will. It's not able to kill that Dominic. Dominic does have soul protection up. We're going to see a lot of value coming out of that skill too. Able to kill the Dominic, but doesn't get the strip. Dominic's going to revive back.
Wow, really unlucky for Raigeki not to get the strip onto the win unit there. Massive heal from the Juno picked up the Abuelio here. So again, we're going to have a lot of back and forth, but really unlucky for Raigeki there.
Very unlucky indeed. He does have that skill too. He can throw it back onto the Dominic. Let's see if that is going to be enough. Is he going to try and go after Dominic? He is. Skill 2 is available. He could go for that dismount on top of the Masha.
I think he needs to dismount this Masha here right now because that Masha is so scary, but goes for the Abuelio and does not kill it.
Goes for the Abuelio again, but he does have the skill 1 from the Praha. That's going to remove the Abuelio from the field, and that might be what secures this victory here for True Whale.
Yeah, that definitely might be what secures that victory in this match here. True Whale has 4 units, lots of resilience, still has a Shizuka supporting the team here. Raigeki has 2 fire units here, and definitely not enough to take out this Praha and the Shizuka together.
Definitely not enough. Nice little additional turn there. Does have skill 2 available coming up next turn for that Shizuka. First skill is going to be enough to dismount the Masha. No additional turn coming out of the Ragdoll here. Raigeki trying to get a kill here onto the Dominic. Does confirm that kill. First skill available, of course, for Praha, pummeling the damage, building up all that attack bar here. Juno, I don't know what kind of value we can get out of this, but he needs to see Despair Stuns.
Yeah, Raigeki at this point is playing as if everything goes his way. That's exactly what you need to do if you want to come back. But that Masha didn't proc. There was no Despair Stun from that Juno. We're going to see Dominic take out this Masha here.
An easy take right there. We're just going to see skill 1. Oh, choosing to heal up his team to full. It's definitely a fine decision.
Definitely a fine decision there, but again, Raigeki not going to have enough burst to take out True Whale's units. So really well boomed Juno, but again, these are 3 very powerful units. And there we go. True Whale takes it 2-1.
That response to the Riley and Tessarian.
So that Praha speed buff is going to pump up that Miles a lot here. I think the form of volatility is going to come from Narsha. So Raigeki could think to ban out the Narsha or could think to ban out the Miles if he wants to have less volatility in his matchup. Nana is also an acceptable ban, but I think Narsha is probably the scariest unit. And on Raigeki's side, I mean, Tessarian makes sense, but there's just so many threats. It's a really well-constructed thing.
Ooh, Praha is going to get the ban here. And Abuelio is going to get the ban on the side of Raigeki. We've got leader skills coming out very shortly. Defense lead and HP lead. Both players are tanking up here as we get into round 4 with Raigeki versus True Whale.
And so Raigeki's going to open up with the segment here. Not open up with the segment. That's a really fast Miles. Let's see if it can get this stun on the segment. That will change the pace of this game.
Ooh, choosing to go for stun on top of the Tessarian. Not receiving anything here. Resets going out onto the Nasher, and it does land true.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that he didn't go for that stun on that segment there earlier, because the stun on that segment and then with burst from the Narsha would do a lot in this game here. But instead goes for the Tessarian, and True Whale's now going to be on the back foot here. It does not have a lot of burst and has Oblivion up on that Miles, and it's not going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to do a ton of damage here, but it does have the cleanse available with this Molly. Let's see if he chooses to cleanse this unit. Hold on to the cleanse, because some dangerous things can pop up onto this field.
Yeah, but again, that Oblivion on that Miles is going to be really detrimental. There's a lot of sustain coming out from this Riley. This Narsha is going to need a proc if True Whale wants a chance to win. That Tessarian's Oblivion is just going to be so powerful here, and that's a massive proc.
That's a massive proc, not able to get the kill on top of the Narsha. With that Oblivion, it would have just removed Narsha from the field. It would have been revived back with that last orb sitting on top of Nana.
Yeah, but that Narsha is also not going to do any damage with an Oblivion. And that Orb is burned off. That Mile's still not going to do damage. It has a 2-turn Oblivion on it, so Raigeki is in a very good spot here, and it's going to have skill 2 from that segment, which is going to land a lot of defense breaks.
Ooh, a lot of defense breaks indeed on top of the Molly and the Narsha. Narsha does get dismounted here. We can go for skill 2 here. Any Despair stuns coming through? I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't believe we have enough Despair stuns there, and we also have a very squishy Narsha here that might go down. Truel preemptively gives it a shield, which is a wise move here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to survive.
Yep, there's that third skill coming out with Shizuka. Stuns up all of True Whale's units here.
Yeah, and that's a massive proc from the Riley because he now has Cleanse on the next turn, which is a big deal here. Raigeki's going to do a ton of damage onto this Narsha soon.
Yep, a lot of damage coming out shortly. Narsha trying to stay alive just as long as possible here. No additional turns coming out from True Whale. Molly trying to heal the team as much as possible. We've got totems available for the Riley. Full buffs on the side of Raigeki.
Yeah, and Raigeki just looking so good here. Has great tanky units. True Whale does not have an orb left. He does get a proc on that Miles, but that Miles is not going to do enough over time. There's not enough burst left on True Whale's side as he loses this Narsha here.
Yeah, Narsha's definitely going down. There's not much True Whale could do about that. Not enough sustain, and the Miles just not popping off like Miles could.
Yeah, Miles definitely not popping up because he needs a lot of burst here. Would need a proc there, but look at how much damage it does. It doesn't do very much damage at all to that Tessarian there. So unfortunately, True Whale is just not going to be able to secure a kill on any unit here.
Yep, there's the additional turns coming out of Shizuka. Shizuka skill 2 available, bringing down the cooldowns with Sekhmet going for the Cursive. Beautiful, landing all those negative effects here. And we can see Tessarians popping off here, removing the Molly from the field. There are no orbs available to bring that unit back. Raigeki taking round 4 away.
You need to bring in that burst damage there. You're going to see that for sure Ragdoll is going to be left in the game, but there's just so much resilience from True Whale's side of the field. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Dominic, there we go, the Dominic's taken out, and again, the Oberon's going to present so much volatility. So True Whale's going to have a lot of healing come out from this Juno, a lot of damage over time, but I don't know if True Whale has enough sustain where the Abuelo can heal off enough to keep his team up.
Yeah, I don't know about the damage either. I know we're getting a lot of additional damage out of that Juno, and the Ragdoll's going to provide all that he can. We'll find out if True Whale's got what it takes to take this round 5 victory over Raigeki, or is Raigeki going to come out on top in this game 5? Here we go.
And we see an opening from this Volantis here, and Raigeki's really going to be looking to get a lot of procs into Sierra over time. Going to need to litter the field with bombs if he wants a chance to win, but we'll see how this goes. Raigeki has a very well-ruined Sierra. It's not a lot of damage that Juno did to it.
You can see the additional damage coming out more and more with these Oracles on the field. I think the priority for True Whale definitely is going to be focusing down this CR no matter what. Going for Wild Blow, not really getting any value out of it. Bomb's coming out on top of the Nana. Nana does take that bomb. Does he choose to detonate or not? Chooses not to. Gets the additional turn though, so bomb's coming up next turn.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage going on to this Nana already at half health there, and you see True Whale just tunneling down the Sierra here. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Juno's going to need to blow its skill 2 here, but it's going to be a tough spot for True Whale here. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming out from Raigeki, lots of bombs, lots of additional damage.
Yeah, he needed to see a couple more Despair Stuns in there. He did get a little bit of value getting that Despair Stun on top of the Praha. We get another bomb available with the CR. CR's looking to apply this bomb potentially to the Nana to remove that unit from the field.
Yeah, and again, we see why True Whale pre-banned that Sierra. That Sierra's doing so much, and that's a massive proc coming from this Praha here.
Yeah, big proc there, able to sleep everybody on side of True Whale's side of the field, healing up his own team. Skill 2's coming out, maybe on the CR. He's looking for more bombs, potentially.
Yeah, and that Juno kind of looks like it has Guardian 1 artifacts, only doing 1.5 damage per hit here, so definitely not a Raigeki Juno, so True Whale's really going to need to find a way to get some damage in on Raigeki.
Yeah, he is. He's looking really, really low with all these bombs that are coming out as fast as they are. Nana still on the field, not being destroyed by that bomb yet. We've got Shizuka with no skills up just yet.
Yeah, Shizuka's going to have skill 2 up coming in. Sierra does have more bombs. True Whale's looking a little shaky here. Raigeki's just looking for his opportunity to be able to sink in damage and avoid and play around the heals from Abuelo here. It's a lot of damage, and those are massive procs coming out from Sierra.
Yeah, definitely some big procs and massive additional damage coming out of that CR first skill as well. Juno trying to look for some value, potentially going for a big strip here. No, choosing to go for skill 1 onto the CR. CR being the unit priority for True Whale still. Yeah,
True Whale does need to take out that Sierra. That's just too many bombs coming out. But at this point, Sierra does have another bomb coming up because of how much it procced here. And there's not enough heal, not enough sustain coming out from Abuelo. Abuelo did not proc enough here. So True Whale's going to be losing his Ragdoll and probably losing his Nana next.
Yeah, very much so. There goes the Nana. There goes the Ragdoll. I think that's going to be it for True Whale. True Whale's trying to hold on to dear life there. Does get that Despair Stun out on the CR. CR with the additional turn. Bomb getting planted. He's going to choose to detonate. Is that going to be it here? And it might be.
Might be enough, but even if he's able to survive this onslaught here, that's a massive proc. Does get the heal for the Juno here, so it really is anyone's game at this point, but Raigeki still has a lot of momentum.
Raigeki really does have a lot of momentum. Praha is going to be providing so much damage, all that additional damage out there. Keep in mind, you're still going to get the value out of the Shizuka third skill. There is a lot of bombs there. He's able to place another bomb by bringing back that CR back here. Let's see if Abuelo is going to be able to take that one.
And we actually see 2,000 hits going on to this Volantis, so that is actually a well-ruined Juno, just a really well-ruined Sierra as well here. True Whale does need to do a lot of damage, might be able to take out this Volantis here.
Yeah, we'll see. He does get it with a Wild Blow, drops that Volantis. We've got no additional turns coming out of Shizuka, more additional damage coming out of the first skill of this Praha, potentially onto the Juno. Chooses to go after the Abuelo instead.
Wow, and this is so difficult for Raigeki here. He needs to get through this Abuelo blow. Abuelo does, and Abuelo blows up there. Does not have heal and dies.
Oh, Bailey gets removed from the field. I feel like Truo needed that Despair Stun on top of the Shizuka. I don't think Raigeki's going to use that third skill because Juno's just going to heal up from all of the everything Shizuka will apply to it.
Definitely not. This Praha does so much damage, and there goes Juno. And Raigeki's able to upset Truo 3-2.
3-2,